"Hey Ike, give me your autograph, man." I'd be like, "My name ain't Ike. What are you talking about? My name is not Ike. I heard the man call you Ike. You ain't hear him call me Ike. I don't know why that mother keep calling me Ike. My name ain't Ike." "Well, what is your name?" "Mike, sir. Mike." I wasn't in the market to deal in cocaine. I don't ever want to think I did that. But I have sold cocaine to a friend of mine or whatever. But all that opens you up to the possibility of being set up. I was living over another lady's house, Lady Catherine, in Baldwin Hills. My close friend, Ricky, came to me and said, "Hey man, I got a friend who wants a pound of boogity sugary. Good booger sugar. Can you handle this?" I said, "Yeah." So Ricky brought the guy. I called the guy I buy my booger sugar from, and he brought the stuff. Ricky and I gave it to the guy, and we made a couple of $1,000 a piece off the transaction. Now, one of you peepers down in the comments had told me that Rick James and him had some stories together. Now, when I read Glow a couple of years back when we first started this book club, I can't recall that any of Rickety James' shenanigans included Ickety Ikety. Now, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I just don't recall their shenanigans happening together. Even though I would say pretty much Ike Turner's shenanigans is pretty close to Rickety James and Etta James, okay? And let me say this again. What is disappointing about this book is that I wish he would have expounded on the music and the people who he was, let's say, entangled with along the way. Because another one of you people in the comments told me that Shaka Khan, Natalie Cole, and Ickety Ikety used to do the Funky Three together. I don't think it's impossible. Meantime, 7 months go by, and then Ricky comes to me again and says, "Hey, man, Eddie, a guy who used to be a producer for Motown." Is that Eddie Holland? Hold on, pause. Hold the hell on. This nigga couldn't say Eddie Holland from Doja Holland, whatever that is. Okay? Because I'm like, Eddie, a producer for Motown? What the hell? Is it Eddie Holland? I don't know, y'all, but he kind of blow me because he's just like, "Oh, it's Joe Blow. Oh, that's her. That's Clarence. Over there, that's Stefan." Meantime, 7 months go by, and then Ricky comes to me again and says, "Hey man, Eddie, a guy who used to be a producer for Motown. Eddie got this guy who wants a pound of booger sugar, man. But he want the kind of booger sugar you got. Can we handle it?" I say, "Yeah." "Okay," he says. "Should I call my guy?" It was $12,000 or something like that. So the guy comes round and says, "Hey Ike, I got this broad out in the car. Would you give me a hit to take to her?" I say, "Yeah." So I gave the bastard a whole gram of booger sugar. I just put it in a piece of paper, wrapped it up, and gave it to him. He was going to some hotel with this girl, and they was going to party. That ain't what the book say, but you know, now I know. Okay? That's what they do. The peoples, they get the drugs, they take their gal to the hotel, and they party. I didn't know that. Now I know. I gave this bastard a whole gram of coke. I just put it in a piece of paper, wrapped it up, and gave it to him. He was going to some hotel with this girl. Then he said, "Can I have some so I can show the people what we're going to get?" So I gave him some more and another paper, and he split. I didn't know that this asshole had the police around the corner, that the people he is buying it for are the police, because Eddie is Ricky's friend, not mine. Ricky didn't know either. So is this Rickety James and Eddie Holland? Anyway, the man is satisfied, but I explained he'd have to wait. Man, we can't get it until tomorrow morning. Next morning, Ricky came and woke me up out in North Hollywood. "Hey man," he said, "they ready to do the deal. Eddie's waiting to hear from his man." I said, "Where's Eddie?" "He's downstairs," Ricky said. A few minutes later, Ricky came back and said, "Eddie wants to come up and talk to you." I said, "Oh man, he want to come up here and get a hit. Ain't nobody stupid. I know what the hell he want." I just had a funny feeling. I said, "I don't feel right about this shiz, man. Something feels funny. That mother hunchy ain't wired, is he, man? Make him pull off his clothes. Make sure he ain't wired." It was just a feeling I had. I said, "Take this robe down there. Make him put it on before he come up here. Then you'll know he ain't wired." So Eddie came upstairs and he wasn't wired. Then I tried to call my guy, my connection, but couldn't get no answer. Eddie made a call on the phone. Then he said, "Ike, everything will be all right." "Right? Yeah, soon as I get in touch with my man." "Will it be that long?" I said no. As soon as he answers the phone, we should be able to get it. Meantime, the police think I am talking bullshit and that I've already got the booger sugar there. But I can't get through to my plug, so I say, "Man," he didn't say plug, he said my man. Okay, y'all, that's me. Ad-libbing. "Man, let's just go on out there. He could be in a garage or something." When we came downstairs, there were 2 cars parked on the street. There was a white guy in one car and a Japanese-looking guy in the other. Eddie was in his little red sports car. Eddie introduced us to these 2 guys. Now, meantime, Ricky has a briefcase. Ain't nothing in there but tapes, but the police think the dope is in there. I said the 3 of us can't ride in this little red thing. "Ricky, you ride with the guy behind." Meantime, this guy goes around to the trunk of the car and pulls out a flight bag, the kind you carry on. He puts his foot up on the bumper and unzips the bag and pulls out the money in there. And he says, "Here's the $12,000 plus $2,000 apiece for y'all. Is that right, Ike?" The second guy is wired so he can get my name on tape. Ooh, they set you up, bruh. Ooh, Lord, they set you up. The first guy says, "Man, my wife is a fan of yours. Hey, Ike, give me your autograph, man." I'd be like, "My name ain't Ike. What are you talking about? My name is not Ike. I heard the man call you Ike. You ain't hear him call me Ike. I don't know why that mother keep calling me Ike. My name ain't Ike." "Well, what is your name?" "Mike, sir. Mike. And when you address me as Mike. It's not my fault that motherfucker don't know my name." So I gave it to him. "Ow, you dumb motherfucker." So I gave it to him. He said, "Boy, Jody is really going to like this." Yeah, okay. This was the police signal for them to come on in. Police came out of trees and out of every effing where. 16 of them. Boy, they swamped us and slung us down on the ground. They arrested us. But we had no dope. We were on our way to get it. They busted us too soon. They took us to jail and booked us on conspiracy. They got my voice, but we hadn't done anything. Even so, they were going to hit me with 6 months. Ooh, but I went into rehab before I went to court. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you them motherfuckers stay in rehab to get out of jail? Oh, I hate them. So when I did go to court, the judge read that I had been to rehab and that I was getting my life back together. So he said, "Ike, I am going to give you 6 months suspended sentence. Up with hope and down with dope." I was glad, man. He let me go. I had been to court about 7 times by then, and it kept getting put off, put off, put off. I was glad to get out of that thing. But Ike did not stop smoking dope, and not all his arrests were so serious, nor did he acknowledge that sooner or later he was going to go down. There are millions of people doing dope right now, as much as I was doing, and they've never been down. I stayed at the Beverly Hills Hotel for a week and stole all the towels. Every time I ordered food, I stole all the plates, the silverware. I just wouldn't send it back. I had 4 or 5 big boxes of stuff and no car. I called Ricky and said, "Hey partner, come get me." I had all this booger sugar and shit too. He came and picked me up from the Beverly Hills Hotel in the Fut car. A raggedy ass backfiring car that ain't got no business in Beverly Hills. He picks me up and we don't get 5 blocks from the hotel before the police pull us over. Here we are with all these pipes, all this cocaine, and the police pulls us over. He says, "Driver's license." I gave it to him. "Ike Turner," the cop says. The man opens the trunk and sees all the stuff with Beverly Hills Hotel written on it. I don't think the guy would have said nothing if I hadn't had so much stuff. Coffee pots, everything, boxes of it. He called the hotel. Man, that was the most embarrassing thing that happened in my whole life. When the man from the hotel came, we were lying on the street with our hands behind our head. And he said, "Ike, I'd have given you this shiz, man." I felt real small. Ike was pretty lucky. Most of his arrests resulted in a district attorney reject, which meant there was not enough evidence to prosecute. In fact, he is proud of the fact that he never actually got caught with the booger sugar on him. He took the sensible precaution of hiding his stash under the gas flap. Nevertheless, he did not go to jail. They caught me at a crack house, man. I don't really remember it. I got busted so many times. Anyway, the judge...